They'll come back and say, I'm sorry. You let them back into your lives and they hurt you all over again. There's no change that's occurred. They may have bought you something. They may have gone out here and bought you something. Then they bought you a gift that was already on the clearance table over at Walmart. And you're so happy to get something that you're just so grateful. You let them right back in. But there's been no inward change. Wolves in sheep's clothing. So what's the next one right here? Read it. Be very careful who you allow. Everybody doesn't deserve to be close to you. Amen. Some folk need to be in your most holy places. Some folk need to be way across town inside the city. Yeah, you got to discern who it is. And because there are a lot of people who they have heard you talk about what's important to you, and they'll start doing things that you think they're important to you, but they don't really have a change of heart. I told you this little knucklehead boy that tried to hit on my wife before I met her. This boy that worked with her. He was talking about now that boy hadn't been in church. I don't know if the boy could spell church, but knew she loved to go to church. And talk about I'd go to church with you. But if you start raising your hand, talking about some hallelujah, I'm going to be out in the car. So I told you I met that boy one day, and we walked in, and now, y'all put this on me, but this was really her. His door was right here. She stands in front of the door, and he's on the phone. Hey. Now, first of all, I'm standing there. I think we already engaged by this point. So he said, hey. But now, here's the door. I'm on the other side of the door, and so he should have known her arm was out doing something. But he just talking about some hey. So he's on the phone. Come on in. So she comes in, and all of a sudden I walk in. Now this boy, he's probably about 5'6". So here I come up here 6'6", and I had to go bare white on him. He introduced me like, hey, how are you? I said, how you doing, brother? And I grabbed his hand. And I shook his hand. Y'all have always been able to go back in and just go to the faucet and water comes out. But some of us remember back down in the country when you had to go to the well and pump that water in the well, and you had to keep on pumping. And if you didn't pump hard enough, no water came up. And the harder you pumped, so I started pumping this. I started grabbing his hand. And he thought he was going like this. So as a result of this, so he goes back out so I leave. So she said, well, this is my fiance. And this boy is sweating, it's all over the place. And I had to tell you, I hadn't grown this much. I was really enjoying that, Brother Mike. I really was enjoying it. So the idea was, so here he was saying that he would have been willing to go to church, but it was not because he loved the Lord. He was trying to get with my woman. So I had to take her from him so he can find whoever's left down there, a whole lot of women down there. So the idea was, but I'm telling you, we got to be careful about who we allow to get close to us. Because everybody trying to get close to us is not out for our good. And here's the point. And sometimes we will put folk out who told us about ourselves, and we didn't like what they said, and we put them out, but they love us more than the folk who didn't tell us about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You know somebody, when you got something in your nose, somebody ought to tell you something. Don't get mad if somebody tell you got something in your nose. You better thank you, and I appreciate you right now. You walk in, I told you one time I had a speaking engagement at one of our big denominational conventions. And I went back in here and I was about to go out here, and there were 1,000 folk there. It was a culminating service and everything. And I went to the restroom one more time, just kind of get everything straight. Had on my herringbone suit and my wingtip shoes. I was looking good, I'm going to tell you right now. So I'm going to so as I come out, as I'm walking out, I just noticed all the people started looking at me. Now I'm just thinking they know I'm about to preach. But then they started laughing. They looking and laughing. So I go over here, let's go, hey, girl, what they laughing at? So in the bathroom, I had put some tissue in my pocket, but there was still a long trail behind me. I went through at least 100 folk who went and laughed at me. I got a black suit on, big white tail hanging behind me. Nobody said anything. And some lady I appreciate her. She came to me, she said, young man, I don't know if you know, but you got a tail. I said, what is that? You got a tail. I said, oh my gosh. So you got to appreciate folk. They're just going to tell you when something wrong like that. And so be careful about who it is. All these folk, the people who drove me to the place didn't say anything. They have been instead of going, be careful who we allow to get close to us. So read this with me, right? 2 Corinthians 11, 13 through 15. For such men are false prophets, apostles, deceitful workers, disguising themselves as apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for Satan himself keeps keeps disguising himself as an angel of light. He'll come to you one way with curls, and the next day with waves, where you got to press him down and not with a wave cap. He'll keep coming to you. But it's not like, so don't think just because you saw the form today, he's not going to change the form tomorrow. Because it says right in John 10, the only reason the thief comes is to steal, kill, and destroy. So he is coming there and always changing, not on the inside, but on the outside to try to take us out. Keep going there. And it is therefore nothing extraordinary if his ministers, folk who follow after him, also keep disguising themselves as ministers of righteousness, but their end will be according to their works. So this is what happened here. So that is what metaschematizo is. It is that there's an outward change that occurred with no attention at all to the inside. And so our point is, once again, we must be careful who it is we allow to get close to us. Because people have heard what's important to us, they know what's important to us, and in turn they will say some things just to get close to us, to hurt us. So that's one word. So we have these two verses right here from 2 Corinthians 11 that talks about this first one. But then there's another definition that I think we all mean, but people focus on this outward change. I mean, think about this. If people spend a portion of the time in the Bible that they did in the mirror, I declare there'll be some transformation that would occur. Oh, glory to God. I mean, just a portion of the time. I mean, by the time they walk out, you think Ebony Magazine about to take their picture. They ready. They are just walking it. But at some point, but the whole idea, watch this next one though. Here's the next one. Metaphor. So what does this mean? This means then a change in form. Other was a change in figure. Went from transformer robot down to a car. This is a change in form. Now what does this mean? Read this with me, please. It is inward change occurs that's reflected outwardly. So this change is about saying I'm spending all my time on the inside. And when I spend this time on the inside, it's going to be seen on the outside. See, a lot of people can play church for an hour on Sunday once a year. But the idea when there's a real change that occurs right here, what this means is that I've been spending time with God. I've been beholding Jesus. I've been in his presence. I know how good he is. I know how awesome he is. I know where he brought me from. I know where I'm going. I know I can rely on him. I know I can depend on him. I know I can trust him. And as a result of that, there will be something shown on the outside. And then you don't have to beg folks to go to church. You don't have to beg folks to study the word. Because there's been a change that has occurred inwardly. Or you can be like Minister Megan over here. Minister Megan did not come to Bible study, she had to work. She sent her notes in so we can have the benefit of her wisdom. That's praise the Lord right there. Praise the Lord. So the idea, that's what an inward change has occurred. Now so what I'm talking about, so our role is, and even so change, while that is true, that transformation means change. The question is there a change with all the focus being on the outside? Or is there a change where I'm working on the inside to see it go from the inside out? So this is what happens is on one side here, read this with the same little kid. I'm going to take some of Melody's candy because she stole some of mine. Then as a result, then little boys so then what happens? So when it took it, what happens? It's not fun. It's no fun to eat candy that's stolen. It's not right for me to steal. Something occurred on the inside, because they already had the candy. They probably ate it. But the idea there's something that occurred on the inside that says I cannot be content with doing what I know is wrong. That's when you start having this metaphor. That when at this point there's a change that occurs on the inside that's also demonstrated on the outside. Now please read this with me right here. But this is really what this is. Right? I love this. It is the invisible process in which Christians experience unceasing change into the image of Christ. Glory to God. That God at this point saying that I am going to continue to work on you. I don't care what you did yesterday, and I don't care what you did today, and I don't care what you're going to do. I'm going to keep on working on you. So you can be changed changed into the image of Christ. I'm going to keep working on you. I'm going to keep working in you. I'm going to do some open heart surgery. I'm going to go back and do an operation. I'm going to keep on working. I'm going to do what all that I can do. I'm going to do some things to help you now. So when people see you, they no longer see you. They see Christ because you've been transformed into the image of Christ. Now let's read our theme verse. You have it on your bulletin, or you can read it here from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, 17 through 18, ESV. Let's read this together. Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. All right, now keep going, verse 18 now. And we all, who is the we? Believers. Keep going. With unveiled face. Now what's a veiled face again? It's covered. So we've been covered too long with the law, thinking that in order for God to be pleased, we got to do something. Trying to please God, trying to do something to please God. And here's the other thing. Many of us have been trying to do things on our own that only God can do. How many of you ever tried to change a bad habit on your own and then not changed it? Then you felt worse afterward. Then you decided, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I didn't do it. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it, I didn't do it. I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And as a result, so with an unveiled face, it now shows me where we are in relationship with the Lord. Keep going. So believers, when we take off the veil and now walk in grace and trust who God is, now what happens? Keep going. Beholding the glory of the Lord are what? Being transformed into the same image from one degree of glory to another. For this comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. What is all that saying? It is saying that now that I recognize I can't make this change on my own. Try to diet on my own. Try to put a bad habit away on my own. Try to start, I'm doing this on my own. I tried to do it on my own and never worked. But now with an unveiled face, I recognize I serve somebody who can. And now if I keep on beholding him, then God says right now that if you keep on beholding me, I will transform you into the image that you see. If you keep on looking at Jesus and keep on beholding Jesus, God says, I will take the responsibility to make the transformation in your life. Stop trying to transform yourself, God says, because I'm the only one that can do it, because if I need you then only to behold. Look what it says right here. Behold, we are being transformed. I love that. Into the same image. Everybody is beholding some kind of image. Everybody has some image in our mind. When we were little, we had an image of a basketball player, football player, or whatever, a movie star, whatever. And everybody has some image that we're working toward. And God says, if you keep on beholding Jesus, if you keep on looking at Jesus, keep on focusing on Jesus, that I'm going to transform you into the image you're looking at. What does it say right here? And transform into the same image. You're looking at Jesus, and God says, I will transform. I love this right here. Read this. I just love this. Read this, please. He, that's God, will transform you into his likeness. What do we have to do? You do the beholding. What does God do? He does the transforming. What's happening? We've been trying to do the transforming, and we mess up every time. Come on, you know, come on, believe. You know we have tried to kick bad habits. Say, I'm not going to take another hit. Took 4 more hits. Say, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to put the drink down. Got to carry you out. The idea is, so we try to do all this stuff on our own. And every time we try to do it in our own strength, our own power, our own might, it failed every time. And after a while, we start getting discouraged and just give up. But what happened? What does it say? But God says, now here's the point. With an unveiled face, I now realize that I don't even have the wherewithal to do it. All he said to do, if you behold, he will transform. Isn't that beautiful? He says, I will take the responsibility of transforming you if you just keep beholding. Now here's the point. Because the devil does not want you to behold Jesus. The devil wants you to behold, get focused on your coworker, or focus on this person over here, or focus on somebody you met. And the devil wants you to behold and focus on anybody else other than Jesus. Because he knows that when we look at Jesus, at that point we're going to be transformed into the same image. Now, how many of us have ever tried to work out stuff on our own for real? Seriously. How many of us ever failed trying to work out on our own?